For the first time, WSMV4 Investigates can show you this. It's video from inside that scorched library parking garage downtown. So I obtained video from the aftermath of the explosion. And more importantly, we're seeing up close the canisters of fuel that were stored there. It comes as frustration mounts for drivers who parked there and a month later still cannot get to their vehicles. Tonight, a video tour of destruction. The hollow shell of a truck. A trailer stripped to the metal, rubber burned off wheels, the buckled and collapsed floor of a parking garage. It's all the remnants of a fire so strong it melted the inside of cars. So what could fuel this kind of damage? To see, all you have to do is look at what was kept in a storage area beneath the 4th floor ramp.
They had like 5-gallon gas cans and all that in there.
Take a look. Fuel storage containers, large tanks next to propane tanks, all stored near to where people parked every day, kept there by a subcontractor for the Nashville Downtown Partnership, block by block, for their equipment. In a statement to WSMV4 Investigates, the company wrote that their fuel storage containers were approved.
The part that was shocking was that, these were stored. This is a public facility. This is where you have the library where children and families come. I cannot understand and comprehend why they'd be allowed to be stored there.
While Nashville Fire's preliminary reports of the fire concluded the cause to be undetermined, it did find the fire originated on the 4th floor of the parking structure within a secure storage area beneath the ramp going up to the 5th floor. The question remains, what would have sparked a fire that at some point came in contact with all this fuel? Drivers whose vehicles are still in the garage and were not destroyed say they have many questions and aren't getting answers.
It puts you in a pretty awkward position financially to have to proceed to get another car, knowing that your car isn't burned up and that you just want your vehicle back.
We have not heard any communication whatsoever. The National Downtown Partnership is hoping all of this is going to go away. In my opinion, it is not going to go away. We, the owners of the vehicles, are not going to be going away.
All right, there are still a lot of unanswered questions. The Nashville Downtown Partnership is punting my questions about what exact fuel and how much of it was stored in that area to its subcontractor block by block. I have asked them for those specific details, but they haven't responded yet. Now, this is going to be important because if they had a certain amount of fuel, they had to have the right permits. I'm pushing for those answers. I'm going to let you know once I get them. Tracy?